Welcome to Speaking of D. I'm D! For those of you who haven't seen this before, I'm D! I finally got my new camera. I'm pretty stoked because now I can actually take the format of this show elsewhere besides just being right here. My last camera actually was very limited, so I couldn't do anything but this kind of show with it. So now I'm very excited because I can take this show on the road and do something a little more special for you guys rather than the same old boring format of me just sitting right in front of you and just talking. But back to business. Earlier this week, a man from Pennsylvania was arrested because a state trooper caught him on the side of the highway trying to resurrect a dead possum. What the f***? That's right. He was trying to resurrect this possum that was dead on the side of the highway. He was arrested for public drunkenness. How trash do you actually have to be to think that you're going to be able to resurrect a possum that's dead on the side of the street? Maybe he had some kind of mental problem too. I really can't fathom what might be going through his mind at the time of this, when he just saw this possum on the side of the street and thought it was a good idea to try to resurrect it. When the state trooper found him, he was trying to resuscitate the possum. I guess this is what they do in Pennsylvania. Just kidding, didn't mean to offend you Pennsylvanians. When this Pennsylvania state trooper found the guy, he was on the side of the road trying to resuscitate it with mouth to mouth. That's pretty disgusting. I guess he really was pretty trashed. I imagine this guy was probably driving when he found this dead possum on the side of the road. I don't know too many people who actually hike when they're on the highway. Can you imagine what might have been going through this guy's mind at that time? Oh man, I better get home before the cops find me. It's a dead kitty! What do you think he did when he found it laying there on the side of the highway? Oh my gosh! A dead kitty! A dead kitty! I better save it. Don't worry, kitty. I gotcha. And what was the Pennsylvania state trooper thinking when he found this guy on the side of the highway? Sir? What seems to be the problem? There's a dead kitty! A dead kitty? Let me take a look at... Oh my gosh. That's not a dead kitty at all. What do you mean that's not a dead kitty? Sir, how much have you had to drink tonight? Only 2! I'm gonna have to ask you to stumble over to my car, sir. I really can't think of anything else that might have happened in this situation. That is one of the weirdest stories I've heard in a while. According to the police report, this animal had been dead for a while. So he was probably sitting there with this animal that's cold on the ground, and he's trying to give it mouth to mouth. The initial report that came in said that he was trying to hold some sort of seance to bring it back from the dead. He was trying to resurrect it. Lesson of the day. The side of the highway is not an appropriate place for your seances. Keep them under your own roof.